afternoon. My name is Kyle Zhang, and I am the ASB President. Please rise and join with me as we begin our graduation with the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, salute. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars, the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
Thank you. You may be seated. Please give our chamber choir a round of applause under the direction of Matt Haltom. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jeffy Esparza Hickman, and I am the superintendent principal of University High School, and so thankful and grateful to be a part of this incredible school. I'm excited to welcome you to our 2025 graduation ceremony, but before we get started, I have a lot of people to introduce. So first of all, let's congratulate and thank our wonderful jazz band under the direction of Dr. Cornelison. We have a terrific faculty and staff that are here tonight, or today, sorry, we're usually a little later. Some are on stage, I'll introduce in a moment, and then the rest of our faculty and staff is over here on the side, so please give them a warm round of applause. We have our two counselors that are helping keep the graduates in line, Mrs. Bird and Mrs. Fernandez. And we have our Vice Principal, Mr. Morgan, who's keeping us all in line running this show here today. So back to Mr. Morgan. And then, of course, the day is not complete if we didn't video this for you. So thank you, Mr. Bird, for videoing this program for us. So on stage, we have a number of people that I'd like to introduce. So when I call your name, please stand. Let's start with our UHS School Board. No, I just want to make sure. Our Board Secretary, Dr. Dominic Dizon. Our Board Treasurer, Dr. Raji Amarasinghe. And Board Member, Dr. Nicole Walsh. Representing our faculty tonight today are our department chairs, and our department chairs are Music and Performing Arts, Mr. Gerard Jones. For Social Science, Mr. Sean Camfield. For our English department, Dr. Larry Jiraki. For our Science department, Miss Catherine Dallas. For our Mathematics department, Mrs. Michelle Hayden. For our Latin department, Mrs. Elizabeth Downer. And for physical education, Mr. Garrett Bensley. Thank you. So let's get this show on the road here. It is time to hear from our graduates who are always so eloquent and well-spoken. Our first class speaker today is Katie Pan, followed by a musical performance.
Greetings, parents, and congratulations to Kenyon's graduating class of 2005. Wait, UHS's graduating class of 2025. There are these two young fish swimming along when they happen to meet an older fish who nods at them and says, "Morning, boys. How's the water?" And the two young fish swim on for a bit, and then eventually one of them looks over at the other and goes, "What the heck is water?" 3 years after we first read that speech in Miss Huck's class, I still don't really know what the water is. But I keep coming back to this story anyways, because that's kind of what this year has felt like. Without realizing just how fast we're going, we've swam through 4 years together. We swam through freshman year, where we calculated in Dr. Getman's class that exactly 7,000 newtons was needed to catapult a lucky student of the day to their deaths. We swam through sophomore year, where we got to know the hottest character in literature, Atticus Finch. Sorry, Mr. Roberts, Darcy is a close second. We also saw the fates of a couple more lucky students when we blew them up in Mrs. Royce's class. We swam through junior year, where Jiraki's roll call questions became the highlight of the day as we aggressively guessed on every AP test and hoped that at least our money would go towards some college board dues therapy. And senior year, we kind of stopped swimming and just floated around. During these 4 years, I've gotten to know nerds and jocks who are just nerds that play Frisbee. And if I don't know you, I've seen the things you do. I've seen Kay tirelessly manning the show choir mics at almost every single concert. I've seen Isabel star in not one, but 2 drama productions. I've seen, and also unfortunately heard, Jordan mansplain Infinite Jest after carrying it to every class for 1 whole semester. Our class is special. Special in a Dr. Getman kind of way. But in some aspects, I think we're also kind of cursed. During our 4 years here, we saw the departure of Mrs. Hill, Dr. Moore, Mrs. Royce, Mrs. McKnight, Dr. Getman, Mrs. Lancaster, Miss Arbios, and soon, Mr. Canfield. At this point, we're not even really graduating. I think Mrs. Hickman just wants us gone before we can take anyone else out. In many ways, UHS isn't the same UHS it once was when we were freshmen. Like how oceans never stay the same. Like how the same phoenix never emerges from the same fire. No, that's not bad. We may be cursed, or you can think of us as unforgettable. We may not have been able to see half of each other's faces, but we learn how to smile with our eyes and recognize each other's voices. We may not have gotten every single peer mentor out during tag, but we were the closest anyone's ever gotten to finishing it. We may have not made history like the class of 2022, but when Alex caught that disc from Braden during Phoenix Bowl in junior year, it didn't matter who was on the field. That moment belonged to everyone. We did, however, make history as the first class to graduate with silver stoles. Very interesting stylistic choices here. I feel like UHS students don't hear this enough. I'm so proud to be standing here as your peer. I'm so honored that you're here and giving me the chance to speak. In our 4 years here, we've left footprints and traces around the school that I think will last forever. Like, what do you mean the dork who walked around with infinite jest actually started a philosophy club? We were the ones who revived the tradition of class potlucks after COVID. We were the ones who brought diversity and understanding to the school by founding student representation groups, thanks to Arlene, Amreen, Amaris, and Sarah. We were the ones to make Frisbee not only competitive between the classes, but also collaborative. I'm looking at you, Daniel. There are 117 of us. 117 different summers. 117 different stories. 117 different names. What we share is just one goodbye. This is goodbye, but this isn't the end. This is only the beginning. This is only the beginning because our graduation photo took 3 seconds, but it carved 4 years of burning youth into memory. This is only the beginning because there are spring flowers blooming by the front office and also along the paths we'll take in the future. This is only the beginning because I know that there will be traces of all of you in the world because you'll leave it better than you found it. There's something about the class of 2025. Maybe the number 9 in all of Bach's species really is as powerful as Mr. Jones claims, because how else can you explain 2, 0, 2, and 5 adding up to 9? We are the class of 2025. We are the turning tide. We are the fire from which the phoenix will rise. In 1 month, we may be gone, but not the legacy that we've left behind. So if someone ever asks you, how's the water? Look around. Really look around. Class of 2025, I dare say we've made some waves. Thank you.
Great job, Katie. Now I'd like to welcome our senior string quartet to the stage. We have Penelope on the violin, Isabel on the violin, Xavion on the viola, and Sean on the cello. wonderful job. And again, that was Penelope and Isabel on the violin, Xavier on the viola, and Sean on the cello. Good job, everyone. So now we will have our second class speaker, and it is our ASB President, Kyle Zhang.
I might need a tissue box for this one. Oh, cool, awesome. This is amazing. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me. Between the sound of morning announcements, the chatter of crowded classrooms at lunch, and the music we've made together, if there's anything I've learned in the last 4 years, it's that high school is like a playlist. You skip through some tracks and replay others, and sometimes you have no idea how Justin Bieber's Baby ended up in there. But eventually, whether you're ready or not, the playlist keeps going. And suddenly, here we are. So, before this song ends, I'd like to hit pause and rewind back through the 4 most memorable, fun, sleepless years of our lives. We came to UHS masked, literally and figuratively. We didn't know how to talk to each other, how to throw a frisbee, or why our beloved Dr. Getman thought putting tinfoil over our phones would keep them silent. Spoiler, it didn't work. Soon, the masks came down, and with them, the walls that kept us from really getting to know each other, making it finally easy to tell Kevin and Justin Jew apart. There was the fun first Phoenix Bowl, where we got 4th place out of 4 teams. Harvest was a blur of movie characters, serial killers, and realizing that some of us are better dancers than others. Then came formal, Spirit Week, Sadie's, and off to summer. Then we stumbled into sophomore year, wishing for clarity and receiving contract grading, which, for you adults, is like signing a lease you didn't read through, and now you're paying for the whole neighborhood's landscaping. Besides trauma bonding through world history, sophomore year was an era of new beginnings. The iconic birth of Jordan's Philosophy Club, unforgettable foods and performances during the inaugural Multicultural Expo, and the realization that long hair wasn't for everyone, me included. Though I think Mr. Roberts rocks it pretty well, and Dr. Jiraki has potential. And as we approach the end of the year, counting down the number of Mr. Hagen's evil mat workouts left, we began to figure out who we were, or at least who we weren't. Then, we were hit hard by junior year, academically, emotionally, and caffeinatedly. But strangely enough, it was also the year we grew much closer. In a flash, we slayed with our first of 2 Phoenix Bowl wins. Penelope, Chris, Alex, and Sean wowed us with their concertos, while the rest of us were just trying to survive AP Music Theory. And for reasons still unclear, doing Mr. Canfield impressions became a full-blown cultural movement. And then we bid farewell to the class of 2024. Suddenly, we were the seniors on campus, the ones guiding the underclassmen, taking their hands and leading them around the divots and potholes we had once tripped over. And as we concluded first semester, some of us submitting our UCSAs 10 minutes before the deadline, we sat back. And for the first time in a while, all of us had a break. But as the rush finally quieted, I remember looking around and thinking at the friends beside me, of the memories behind me, and I realized how much of high school I had spent looking forward. forward to the next test, the next concert, the next task on a checklist of infinite to-dos and what-ifs. The truth is that it's easy to let the music keep playing on its own, to fast forward through the ordinary stuff, waiting for the chorus or beat drop to hit. But the memories replaying aren't the ones listed on any application or resume. They were the ones in between the big stuff, the ones that made all of this feel real. I finally understand what Mrs. Hill meant when she told us that we would be the seniors with one foot out of the nest. Because now, on the edge of what's next, I realize how much I'll miss what almost flashed by. The moments that made us laugh, like Andrew sliming half the grade during Senior Assassin, and Katie's inventive parking strategies, but also the ones reminding us it was all coming to an end. Our last first day of school, our last moda, our last full-voiced, tear-filled Bohemian Rhapsody at our last dance. And if there's one final thing I've learned from my time, it's this. Stop and say thank you. And so, thank you to all the teachers for the reassuring conversations, the unwavering standards, and most of all, for believing in us. Thank you to Mrs. Bird and Mrs. Fernandez for always having your doors open and candy bowls full, lifting our spirits in the worst moments and offering hugs in our best. Thank you to our beloved tech guy, Mr. Bird, the admin, and office staff for performing IT miracles, tending to registration, and ensuring we don't ditch too often. And thank you to the parents, friends, and siblings who made each day better, our futures brighter. Most of all, thank you to the class of 2025. I'm so incredibly grateful that I've been able to spend these last 4 years with you all here at UHS. But sadly, our time together is too short. So please, remember to stay in touch, remember to spend time with those you cherish, and remember to live every song, every moment, to the fullest. So, until next time, that's all for today. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And remember, we are UHS.
Thank you, Kyle. Wonderful job. As you have seen today with the speeches and performances, the students in the class of 2025 have accomplished many things. I want to introduce to you some of these seniors now. The first group I want to introduce will be the California Scholarship Federation Life members. These students are distinguished by the gold cords that they have around their neck, which they have earned by being CSF members for at least 4 of their last 6 semesters. A membership required the students to maintain a high grade point average. You can see these names in your program of the students with a bold dot next to their names. CSF recipients, please stand and be recognized. There are 68 to receive this award. Thank you. You may be seated. As you can see from the many students who are CSF Life members, academic achievement is something to which our students aspire. In a traditional grading system, students who received all grades of A would have a grade point average of 4.0. But because schools give extra weight to advanced placement or dual enrollment college classes that students take while in high school, students can earn a GPA that is higher than 4.0. In the graduating class of 2025, there are 117 graduates, and 77 of them have earned this distinction. So, Now, let me remind you about all of the rigor University High and the accolades this school has earned in the past year, just so that I can help to put into perspective for you the difficulty of maintaining a 4.0 grade point average at this school. Students at UHS are required to take a minimum of 7 college courses, with many students taking more than that, and students are also required to take a minimum of 4 advanced placement classes in the 9 that we offer. For over a decade, we have been consistently ranked as a high-performing charter high school by U.S. News World Report, Niche.com, and the Washington Post. So it is truly astounding that 77 students, or 68% of this class, have a cumulative grade point average of over 4.0. And so seniors, I'm going to call your name, and crowd, if we can just do one clap, okay? So I'm going to say the name, and then we're going to clap. So let's practice. I'm going to say my name, and everybody clap. Jeffy Hickman. Okay. All right, here we go. Noah Nelson, Zoe Stacy, Samuel Bonesteel, Aaron Pruitt, Jana Fayed, Cameron Kelm, Jordan Overacker, Mason Hernandez, Brianna Ledesma, Arlene Samra, Anna Lee, Sean Enriquez, Mia Pinero, Jordan Nahul, Isabel Downer, Nicole Garcia, Braden Hill, Amris Ledesma, Layla Zinzun, Natalie Faduli, Jake Vilichescu, Justin Jew, Jocelyn Mendoza, Emmy Obrero, Sarah Donyan, Christopher Long, Zara Shubadar, Sargun Honda, Josephine Valtierra, Dea Saini, Kaisa Kalmbach, Xavion Torres, Jahan Singh, Miles Khalil Collins, Vien Tran, Eileen Chen, Raylan Beebe, Finn Ritchie, Satchel Ortez, Penelope Freeman, Shadin Kiwan, Jet Rajabi, Andrew Lynn, Dominic Rodriguez, Ella Ortez, Bhavni Tour, Isaac Moya, Ethan Hassan, Kevin Jew, Caitlin Pipes, Augustine Miller, Andrew Warren, Adesh Kalei, Andrew Jones, Rasleen Carr, Lana Cederloff, Isabel Cobb, Andrea Francisco, Justin Liu, Katie Pan, Daniel Yamamoto, Claire Warmerdam, Gil Marana, Madison Nui, Sukhjit Sikon, Lillian Walter, Angelina Shu, Vian Bennett, Josephine Dizon, Christopher Orm, Alexandra Dimitrova, Christopher Leung, Alexander Chen. All right, so that was most of the 4.0 and above seniors. So please stand all together so that we can be recognized for you. Thank you. You may be seated. So there were a few students that their names weren't announced, and we'll do that now. The students with the highest grade point averages are the valedictorian and salutatorian, and this year we have a 3-way tie for salutatorian. So would these students please come up when I call your name? With a GPA of 4.6034 and heading to UCLA next fall, our first salutatorian is Christian Kagara. Salutatorian with a GPA of 4.6034 and heading to Fresno State Smith Camp Family Honors College in the fall is Rhea Del Mondo. And then our third salutatorian with that GPA of 4.6034 and heading to Harvard University, Kyle Zhang. And our valedictorian with a GPA of 4.6101 will be going into the UC Merced SJV Prime Plus BS to MD program. Please congratulate Adam Badawiya. These next awards are sponsored by Phoenix Alliance and will be presented by a very involved parent that is the Phoenix Alliance president for next year. Mrs. Karen Howe will come up onto the stage. Our Phoenix Alliance president this year, Mrs. Sarah Dean, she could not be here today. And Ms. Dean, I just want to recognize her for her dedication of many hours communication organization, and for that we are very grateful. So Mrs. Howe, thank you for being here today, and if you'll help me present these next two awards, okay? So while UHS values grades and academics, we also value student leadership and community service. The Outstanding Leadership Award is given to a senior who has demonstrated superb leadership not only to the class of 2025, but to the entire school. This year's recipient, as voted on by the senior class, Outstanding Leadership Award is Rhea Del Mondo. Our Outstanding Community Service Award is named after the man who set the standard for community service at this university and was one of the early supporters of University High School, the former president of Fresno State, Dr. John D. Welty. This year, the John D. Welty Award for Community Service, given to a student for their commitment to community service. This person had the most community service hours of the senior class recorded with over 1,000 hours, and that person is Lana Cederlaw. Thank you, Karen. In 2010, we had a dedication ceremony for our new school building, now 15 years old. We dedicated our building to President Welty, whom you've already heard about, but also to Dr. Luis Costa. Dr. Costa was the Dean of the College of Arts and Humanities and the person who pushed for the creation of University High School. The Luis Costa Award is given in his honor and is given to an outstanding musical student who will be attending Fresno State. To present this award to the recipient, please welcome our Director of Instrumental Music, Dr. Randall Cornelison. This This year's recipient is a very talented and versatile musician who excels across a wide range of instruments, including bari sax, tenor sax, alto sax, clarinet, bass clarinet, and electric bass guitar. He plays bass and sings in his rock band, The Permutations, while also composing both classical and rock music. Beyond his musical talents, this student shines on the stage as an actor and vocalist, most notably in his lead role as Miss Agatha Trunchbull in the UHS production of Matilda. He has also performed a gig as a preacher in this year's hilarious senior prank. This fall, he will attend Fresno State to study music education, taking the first steps towards becoming an inspiring music educator for our future generations. Congratulations to the very talented Andrew Warren. Now, before we have our next musical performance, I want to take a moment to recognize a very special educator. One of our UHS teachers has been with us since almost the beginning. He's retiring this year after 23 years at UHS and a total of 40 years as an educator. I'm going to ask Mr. Sean Canfield, UHS Social Studies teacher, to come right here next to me. I would like... This plaque has a University High School emblem of the Phoenix on it that was carved from the same steel that our building was made from, and we have a finite number of these. And yesterday, the city of Fresno proclaimed it to be Sean Canfield Day in honor of his retirement. Thank you, Mr. Canfield, for your years that you spent at University High School. Wow, and I did that without crying. Look at me. In keeping with the musical history and tradition of University High School, I'm excited to introduce our very talented vocalist, Reina Martinez, accompanied by Braden Hill on the piano. She will be singing She Used to Be Mine from the musical Waitress, the musical by Sarah Bareilles. So take it away, Reina and Braden.
Before I start, I just want to say my thank yous to my very special to me educators, Mr. Matthew Haltom and Dr. Randall Cornelison. I would not be where I am today without your help and guidance throughout my high school years. Thank you very much.
It's not simple to say. Most days I don't recognize me in these shoes and in this apron. That place and its patience have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention's sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. It's not what I asked for. Sometimes
slips in through a back door and carves out a person who makes you believe it's all true. Now I've got you, and you're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two. For the girl that I knew who'd be reckless just enough, who'd get hurt, but who learns how to tough it up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. And then she'll get stuck and be scared of the life that's inside her, growing stronger each day till it finally reminds her to fight just a little to bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone but used to be mine. Used to be mine. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine.
Thank you, Raina and Braden. That was absolutely beautiful. Once again, I'm thankful to be here today as the superintendent principal of this incredible school. Today, we gather not just to celebrate academic achievement, but to honor a class whose legacy at University High School goes far beyond grades and test scores. The class of 2025, the 25th class that has come through our school, has shown us what it truly means to lead with heart and live with purpose. They've excelled in many ways that we can all see: awards, scholarships, performances, competitions, but perhaps their most impressive accomplishment is less visible and far more meaningful: the way they've carried themselves. They have been kind. They have been collaborative. They have been a joy to work with, and that is not a small thing in a world that often glorifies competition over connection. And as the principal, I want you to know how rare that is and how deeply it's been appreciated. This class has given over 17,000 hours of community service. 17,000 hours. That's the equivalent of watching the entire run of The Office 230 times. But this number isn't just impressive, it's meaningful. It reflects their belief in something greater than themselves. Whether they are mentoring younger students, supporting local organizations, or performing their musical talents for causes that matter, they have shown us all what it means to be productive citizens of our community. The class of 2025 continues to uphold that tradition of excellence at University High School, and here are some of the accolades that they have received this year, and there's quite a few of them. Two highlights. We were named as a finalist for a national organization called Building Hope Impact Awards in the Model Charter School category, and we were the only school on the West Coast to receive this distinction, as well as for the second year in a row. Second, while I can't reveal the details just yet, I can tell you that UHS has received 3 awards in the Fresno Bee's Best of Central California contest, so be sure to check out those results on Sunday, June 1st. As juniors with state testing, these seniors tested at 99.2% met and exceeded in English, which was 6th in the entire state of California and 1st in the Central Valley. 79% met and exceeded in math, which was also 1st in the Central Valley, and 93.5% met and exceeded in science, which was also 1st in the Central Valley. Our academic decathlon team received second place in the county competition and ninth place in the state competition, and we recently learned that we won the virtual national championship for the 17th time in 25 years. This year we were placed in the medium school category and we still secured that victory. And so any senior member that's been on academic decathlon for the past 4 years, please stand up. I have Christian, Alexandra, Raylyn, Angelina, Caden, Justin, Andrew, Mason. All of you guys stay standing. Give them a round of applause. Thank you. Our Science Olympiad team took 14th place in the Northern California Regionals, beating out every other Central Valley high school, including Clovis North, Clovis West, Edison, and that is 3 times in the past 3 years that we have beat Clovis North, just in case you're counting, okay? Science Olympiad students, please stand up. Thank you. Speech and debate took 19 students to the state tournament this year. We had 2 league champions in Gussie and Zoe. We had 6 Valley champions, Christopher, Sarah, Penelope, Braden, and Catalina. Please stand to be recognized. At the Young Writers Conference at Fresno State, Sarah Donion received the Provost Award and the Social Justice Award, and Caitlin Pipes received honorable mentions. Great job. Our math team competed in the small school division at the Fresno State Math Day competition, and we received first place, with Cameron Kelm earning first place in his events. Good. Our yearbook has received the Jostens Gold Medal distinction for the 3rd year in a row, so congratulations yearbook staff. Our editors, Zaina, Kay, and Kyle, please stand. We have 69 seniors that received the State Seal of Biliteracy, which means that they took 4 semesters of college foreign language, which is the equivalent of 4 years of high school foreign language. They received high scores on state testing and high grade point averages. This award takes commitment and hard work, and these students are designated in your program with a cursive B next to their name, and this is by far the largest number of UHS seniors to receive this award. So with the 69 seniors that have this award, please stand to be recognized. Great job. You may be seated. 61 students from all different grade levels received placement in various state honor music ensembles, including 2 students that were chosen for national youth orchestras, and another great showing for our students. So any student that was chosen for an honor musical, please stand. Thank you. We have 93 seniors that received the Golden State Seal Merit Diploma. That's 80% of the senior class. To receive this award, the students must have received at least 89% of B+ or better in 6 semester grades from the 4 core areas and scored passing grades on AP tests or state testing. This is also a very rigorous and prestigious award, and since I have been here at UHS 13 years, this is the largest number of seniors to receive this award. Their names are in your program with a star next to their name, so 93 seniors, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. And lastly, in addition to our local community colleges, Fresno State, the Smith Camp Honors College Scholarships, we have seniors from this class that have been accepted into many other CSU campuses, 8 of the 10 University of California campuses, and even universities in England and Canada. And let's not forget those that will be attending Harvard, Stanford, Brown, Sarah Lawrence College in New York, UT Dallas, BYU, Santa Clara University, Washington University in St. Louis, and the U.S. Air Force Academy, among many others, so please give them a round of applause. Every year I meet with the senior class officers to plan out activities in the spring and get to know their class better. When asked what they were taking with them from University High, the senior class officers told me planning, an articulated worldview, acceptance of others, diversity, and music as the great unifier. I must admit that it was a bit interesting to hear these answers. Most of the time when I ask this question, I hear grumbling about excessive homework and sleepless nights or the stress of UHS and other answers that I really have no way to input into my speech, but their answer was one that speaks to maturity, reflection, and a genuine desire to understand the world and one another. They have learned that a well-executed plan opens doors, that an informed worldview helps to navigate complexity, and that accepting others is not weakness, it is strength. They've discovered that diversity isn't just a value, it's a source of innovation, empathy, and truth. And they've reminded us that music, in its rhythms, harmonies, and tempos, connect us in ways that words never fully can. So seniors, as I said last night at baccalaureate, and I'll say it again, you are one of the most kindest, most community-minded, most genuinely good classes we've ever had. And dare I say it, easy to work with? So as you step into this next chapter, I leave you with the words of Jordan's favorite speaker, David Foster Wallace, regarding how to choose to see the world. He says, learning how to think really means learning how to exercise some control over how and what you think. It means being conscious and aware enough to choose what you pay attention to and to choose how you construct meaning from experience. As students at UHS, you have already chosen to be genuine, kind, and community-oriented, not just in what you've done, but in how you've done it, with heart, with humility, and with humanity. So as you step into this next chapter of your life, realize that you have already accomplished so much. You have been builders, innovators, and trailblazers. So keep building, keep questioning, keep listening. Let your lives be guided not just by ambition, but by intention, not just by achievement, but by purpose. And because of your experience at University High School, we know that music is the great unifier. My final wish for you is this: may your life become a symphony, composed with compassion, conducted with creativity, and performed with the kind of courage that inspires everyone who hears it. Congratulations, class of 2025. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the founding teacher of University High School, Mr. Gerard Jones, to begin the presentation of diplomas.
Superintendent Principal Hickman, members of the board, faculty, parents, families, and guests, whereas the students here gathered have successfully completed a high school curriculum that has been widely recognized and acknowledged as being among the most rigorous in the nation, and whereas they have consistently over the past 4 years demonstrated that they are truly understanding, honorable, and studious, and whereas they have distinguished themselves as exemplary young people by going above and beyond the requirements for graduation from high school, it is both an honor and a privilege to present the members of the University High School graduating class of 2025 for the awarding of their diplomas. Kyle Zhang. Adam Hassam Badawiya. Christopher William Yuki Orm. Katie Pan. Christian Reese Perez Kagara. Rhea Del Mondo. Andrew Warren. Natalie Rod Faduli. Madison Sinclair Jones. Bella Joy Prieto. Leila Marie Zinzoon. Nicole Jeanette Garcia. Joseph Aiden Graney. Amy Nicole Pizano Ayala. Dominic Armando Rodriguez. Xavion Cosme Torres. Josephine April Valtiera. Ava Simone Diaz. Jesselyn Grace Panavong. Sarah Alexandra Donyan. Amreen Kaur Gruel. Zara Banu Subedar. Jaslyn Vanessa Mendoza. Amrit Kaur Tiwana. Jana Isabel Fayed. Razeline Kaur. Shadon Kiwan. Julia Antonetta Castro. Naomi Ortiz Lagos. Ramiro Perez Padron. Reina K. Martinez. Bhavneet Kaur Toor. Catalina Ann Vu. Anna New Ki Lee. Allison Nicole Belaine. Lana Rania Cedarloff. Eileen Chen. Akaya Zane Raquel Anderson. Miles Khalil Charles Daniel Collins. Mauricio León. Isaac Moya. Jordan Camille Nahu. Sargun Singh Handa. Sukhjit Singh Sekhon. Noah Christopher Nelson. Andrew John Kendall Jones. Aaron Robert Pruitt. Adrian Villa Avalos. Kenaya Samantha Castell. Zaina Mia Natafji. Nihal Singh Sran. Finn Crockett Ritchie. Joseph Popa. Samuel Ken Bonesteel. Gurshan Singh Bullock. Georgie William Kallenbach. Rainier Grant Tesoro Lebrun. Jake Alexander Velicescu. Daniel Pauls. Sean Lawrence Enriquez. Isabel Cobb. Penelope June Freeman. Arlene Carr Samra. Angelina Shu. Brianna Ledesma. Amaris Ledesma. Octavia Nui Burns. Emmy Obrero. Alvalina Haley Sanchez. Adesh Singh Kalay. Jet Rajabi. Jahanveer Singh. Caden Aaron Ward. Acacia Deborah Cindy Cecile. Cameron Everest Kelm. Gil Marana Jr. Satchel Ortez. Ella Ortez. Lisa Marie Kalmbach. Lillian Elizabeth Walter. Caitlin Janae Pipes. Mia Elizabeth Pinero. Jordy Faye Overacker. Chris Long. Raylyn Diane Beebe. Daisy Diaz. Angelina Lynn. Vienne Bennett. Alexandra Dimitrova. Dominique Montefar Alvarez. Hannah Christine Von A. Rena Grace Maldonado. Augustine Miller. Zoe Michelle Stacy. New Kim Josephine Dizon. Madison Newey. Dea Kaur Saini. Emmy Bessie. Andrea Opal Francisco. Andrew Lynn. Ariana Bantilan Dabon. Isabel Downer. Hassan. Justin Ren Liu. Albert Wang. Jeremiah Kirante Grumo. Claire Elizabeth Warmerdam. Mason Holden Hernandez. Liliana Jimenez. Vien Tran. Jordani Antonio Torres Garcia. Braden Michael Hill. Alexander Chen. Kevin Jew. Justin Jew. Daniel Yamamoto. Christopher Leung.
We'll wait a second for our last graduate to get around back to the seating. Because these students are now graduates, it's time to turn the tassel. So Christopher Orm and Adam Badawiya, you are the class president and vice president. So please stand and we'll lead the graduates in the turning of the tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the senior class of 2025. Please stand and join in the singing of our alma mater.